staff would like to honor the heroes who have served our country through their involvement in military service. If you have served in any branch of the military service, Army, Navy, Air Force, Marine, Space Force, or Coast Guard, please stand so that we can take a moment to show you our appreciation with a round of applause. While your branch of the military is being honored. Assisting with our program are Instructor Master Sergeant Christopher Soto and the Cypress-Fairbanks High School Air Force JRTC, along with student representatives from Spillane Student Council led by Mrs. Landrum, band directed by Mr. Barton, Mr. Smith, and Miss Daly, orchestra directed by Mrs. Adams and Miss Woolham, choir directed by Miss Boulay and Mr. Mpinga, and theater directed by Mr. Finch, who's also doing our sound. Can we give all of them a round of applause? It is also an honor to have parents and members from our community in attendance, as well as individuals from our own Cyfair family. Today, we also welcome those who are watching our ceremony online. If you are watching from afar, please be sure to put in the comments where you're watching from. It is truly an honor to have our school's namesake, Mrs. Carolyn Sam Spillane, with us today. Her dedication to starting this tradition speaks volumes about her love for our country and her continued commitment to fostering a sense of pride and community within our school. As we celebrate this ceremony, let's reflect on the values and principles that she has instilled in us, shaping the character of our school community over all of these years. It is a testament to her enduring legacy and the impact that she has had on generations of students. Please give Mrs. Spillane a round of applause. Mrs. Spillane has a few special guests with her, and I just wanted to make sure that we mentioned Mr. Ken Pugin provided the beautiful art pieces that you got to see as you came in. Those are pieces from the Fallen Warrior Memorial Art Gallery. Thank you for being here. We also have John Curry, who is a member of the Army, or is a member of the Army, and was an engineer and helped build roads where they might not have wanted them to be built. But we are very happy to hear that. And then we also have Debbie Brewer. Debbie, if you would stand. Debbie is a family member of Mr. Schittendorf, but she is an original Spillane Spartan. Many people might not realize that, and a dear friend of Mrs. Spillane, so thank you for being here. And sixth graders, I feel sure that I don't need to say this, but just because this is your very first Veterans Day ceremony with us, I just want to remind you this is a very serious and professional event. So it's not like a concert where you would be silly and do crazy things. So just make sure you follow the lead of the speaker. They'll let you know when you're supposed to clap, and there's no stomping except for band because they can't clap, and orchestra. They're the only ones that are allowed to do that. All right, at this time, I would ask that everyone stand for the presentation of the colors and our national anthem.
Please join me now in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And now our Texas pledge. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state under God, one and indivisible. Thank you, and please be seated.
My country is and always shall remain the land of the free and the home of the brave. I am an American.
My country gives each one of us the opportunity to advance according to its ambition. Education is for all. I am an American.
My country encourages us to stand up for what is right and to speak out against injustice, inspiring us to be leaders for positive change. I am an American.
My country gives us the privilege of expressing beliefs or opinions without the fear of persecution. I am an American.
My country honors the sacrifices of those who came before us, reminding us to strive for a better future for all. I am an American.
My country values the spirit of innovation, encouraging us to dream big and turn our visions into reality. I am an American.
My country encourages us to participate in our democracy, showing that every voice matters and can make a difference. I'm an American.
My country inspires hope and unity, reminding us that together we can overcome any challenge. I am an American.
My country has a Statue of Liberty, and its torch will keep shining as long as we show our love for everyone's freedom. I am an American.
My country celebrates our differences and encourages everyone to share their voice, making our nation stronger together. I am American. Up next, the Cypress-Fairbanks High School AFJROTC program. They will be presenting the American flag and the 4-minute flag floating ceremony.
The flag floating ceremony represents the same religious principles on which our country was originally founded. The portion of the flag denoting honor is a canton of blue containing the stars representing the states our veterans served in uniform. The canton field of blue dresses from left to right and is inverted when draped as a cowl on a casket of a veteran who served our country in uniform. In the armed forces of the United States, at the ceremony of retreat, the flag is lowered, folded in a triangle fold, and kept under watch throughout the night as a tribute to our nation's honored dead. The next morning, it is brought out, and at the ceremony of reveille, run aloft as a symbol of our belief in the resurrection of the body. The first fold of our flag is a symbol of life. The second fold is a symbol of our belief in eternal life. The third fold is made in honor and remembrance of the veteran departing our ranks who gave a portion of life for the defense of our country to attain peace throughout the world. The fourth fold represents our weaker nature, for as American citizens, trusting in God is to Him we turn in times of peace, as well as in times of war for His divine guidance. The fifth fold is a tribute to our country, for in the words of Stephen Decatur, our country, in dealing with other countries, may she always be right, but it is still our country, right or wrong. The sixth fold is for where our hearts lie. It is with our hearts that we pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. The seventh fold is a tribute to our armed forces, for it is through the armed forces that we protect our country and our flag against all our enemies, whether they are found within or without the boundaries of our republic. The eighth fold is a tribute to the one who entered into the valley of the shadow of death, that we might see the light of day, and to honor Mother for whom it flies on Mother's Day. The ninth fold is a tribute to womanhood, for it has been through their faith, love, loyalty, and devotion that the characters of the men and women who have made this country great have been molded. The 10th fold is a tribute to Father, for He, too, has given His sons and daughters for the defense of our country since they were first born. The 11th fold, in the eyes of a Hebrew citizen, represents the lower portion of the seal of King David and King Solomon, and glorifies, in their eyes, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. The 12th fold, in the eyes of a Christian citizen, represents an emblem of eternity, and glorifies, in their eyes, God the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost. When the flag is completely folded, the stars are uppermost, reminding us of our national motto, "In God We Trust." After the flag is completely folded and tucked in, it takes on the appearance of a cocked hat, ever reminding us of the soldiers who served under General George Washington and the sailors and Marines who served under Captain John Paul Jones, who were followed by their comrades and shipmates in the armed forces of the United States, preserving for us the rights, privileges, and freedoms we enjoy today.
Host. Forward. March.
Today, we come together to honor the brave men and women who have served our country in the armed forces. Veterans Day is a time to recognize their courage and dedication and the sacrifices they have made to protect our freedoms and our way of life. Veterans Day began as Armistice Day, marking the end of World War I. The war officially ended on the 11th hour of the 11th day, the 11th month, in 1918, when Armistice Day was signed between the Allied nations and Germany. It was a moment when the world hoped for lasting peace. In 1938, Armistice Day became a national holiday dedicated to world peace and the veterans of World War I.
However, after World War II and the Korean War, the United States had millions of veterans who had served in different conflicts. In 1954, President Dwight D. Eisenhower changed the name of the holiday to Veterans Day to honor all American veterans from every war and era who served our nation with honor and courage. Today, we remember that behind every freedom we enjoy is the dedication of a veteran. They have served in times of war and peace, stood guard in distant lands, and faced the unknown so that we can gather here safely. They have sacrificed time with their families, their safety, and sometimes their lives, so that we can live in a country that upholds the ideals of liberty and justice. Let us take a moment to think of the families of veterans, as well as the parents, spouses, and children who also serve in their own way, offering their love and support while their loved ones are away. They too are a part of the strength that keeps our nation secure. To our veterans, we say, we see you, we honor you, and we are deeply grateful. Your service will never be forgotten. On this Veterans Day, may we reflect on the meaning of service and sacrifice, and may we strive to live in a way that is worthy of the freedom you have fought to protect. Thank you. At this time, I would ask that everyone stand so we can observe a moment of silence in honor of those who have given the ultimate sacrifice for our freedom.
Thank you. You may be seated. I would like for all of us to give a round of applause for such a beautiful performance this morning. One of my favorite things about being the principal of this great school is getting to stand here every Veterans Day to tell you what it means to me. Veterans Day is a special occasion here at Spillane, where our tradition of honoring veterans shines through the beautiful performances of our band, orchestra, choir, the precision of the JROTC's flag holding ceremony, and then the moving words from our theater arts and student council students. For me, Veterans Day holds a deeply personal meaning. My father, the late Colonel Richard F. Avati, who passed away nearly 20 years ago, was the greatest soldier that I have ever known. His leadership of not only his fellow soldiers, but those also in everyday life was nothing short of inspirational. I could stand here for hours telling you countless stories of the many life lessons he taught me, but I want to tell you about one story that came to my attention about 10 years ago from a soldier who served with him when I was a very young girl. I didn't learn about this story until he had actually been passed away for a while. The year was 1974, and my father was the platoon leader for the 1st Ranger Battalion at Fort Stewart, Georgia. One of the things my dad took really great pride in doing his absolute best was to be the fittest person in any single room that he entered. He always wanted to be able to run the furthest and run the fastest. And he would notice if a soldier could keep up with him on a run or on a fitness test. And there was one soldier, Private Maurice Williams, who, according to those who knew him, ran like a gazelle. He could beat my dad. But there was one major problem. Although Williams could hang with my dad every single step of the way, there was one thing he couldn't do. He couldn't swim. And that might not sound like a big deal, but in the 1st Ranger Battalion, it meant everything. Without passing a swim test, Private Williams wouldn't be able to earn his Ranger tab and officially be able to call himself a United States Army Ranger. Earning a Ranger tab means that a soldier has successfully completed the U.S. Army Ranger School, which is one of the most physically and mentally demanding leadership courses that the military has. The Ranger tab is a small rectangular patch worn right here on the upper left sleeve of the Army uniform. It's a badge of honor that shows the soldier never stops, doesn't quit despite exhaustion, hunger, or adversity. Within the Army, the tab carries immense respect and credibility. Well, when my dad found out that Private Williams couldn't swim, he didn't assign someone else to help him. He handled it himself. He told Private Williams to meet him at 0500 the next morning, that's pretty early, 5 a.m., took him to the pool, and personally began to teach him how to swim. After weeks and weeks of work, Private Williams was able to pass the swim test with flying colors. My dad didn't take the time to teach him how to swim because anyone was watching. He did it because he saw the potential in Private Williams and because he knew it was the right thing to do. The story defined a phrase that every United States Army Ranger knows by heart, and one that my dad lived by and taught me from a very young age. Lead the way. Lead the way. And that is what true leadership looks like. Lifting others up even when no one's watching. And that spirit to lead the way is what I see in our veterans today and in all of you when you show respect, compassion, and pride in the things that you do right here at Spillane. Today, as we honor our veterans, let us remember that because of their sacrifices, we have the freedom to pursue our dreams, to learn, and to create a brighter future. We live in a country that offers opportunities beyond imagination, freedoms that many around the world can only dream of. These are gifts that come with great responsibility, and it is up to us to carry forward the legacy of those who have served by living with purpose, gratitude, and a commitment to excellence. To every American soldier, past and present, especially to our veterans who took the time to join us here today, on behalf of the entire Spillane community, we want to thank you for your service. And I don't know if anyone noticed, but during the marches of the armed forces, we had someone from every single branch of the military with us today, which is super, super special. So we'd love to give you a round of applause. And thank you all for everyone in the community for taking the time to come and join us today for our special Veterans Day ceremony. We just really appreciate each of you for taking the time. And 6th graders, you guys did a great job at your first ceremony. It is something to aspire to get to do what our young students are doing today. And as you go into the higher bands and orchestras and choirs and theater, hopefully you'll be up here as well. All right, everyone have a wonderful day. Thank you so much for coming.